Hello, everybody. Welcome to Strasbourg. Steve for another watch along today. Wow. After the fucking Newcastle predicted, expected debacle for me at least, losing away to Luton Town. I knew we were gonna, but some people just didn't want to hear it. They knew deep down inside that we would, but then when we fucking did, it's a surprise. Ooh. So yeah, after that debacle today, do got one more watch along of the day. We got fucking what's it called? Um, what's it called? We got Roma, Napoli. I fucking hate Roma, and my day's about to get worse because these scumbags are probably gonna win. Um, but yeah, let's just get into the starting 11s and all that for these dickheads. Yeah, Roma. Jose Mourinho is going with this lineup. Rui Patricio in goal, a back three of no, not a back three, sorry, Cristante. No, wait. Yo, hold up. Cristante might be in a back three. That's terrorism. Nah, he's not. Gianluca Mancini, Diego Llorente, and Evan Indica are the back three. Midfield five with wingbacks of Rasmus Christensen, Brian Cristante, Leandro Paredes, Eduardo Bove, Nikola Zaluski, and then a front two of Andrea Belotti and Romelu Lukaku. Now for Napoli, interesting lineup here because it's the same thing really. I'm just surprised that maybe a Nachan doesn't start, but anyways, Walter Mazzari, recently appointed manager, not going through the best of times with Napoli necessarily. He is going with a he's going with this a 4-3-3, and he's got what's it called? Alex Meret in goal, Giovanni Di Lorenzo, Amir Rahmani. I always struggle to say his name. Juan Jesus and Mario Rui. Midfield three of Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa, Stanislav Lobotka, and Piotr Zielinski at what's it called at in midfield. Front three of Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Victor Osimhen, and Matteo Politano. So they're both teams for you. Should be a good game. Actually, it's really not going to be. It's going to be a lot of Roma just sitting back and counterattacking. Man, like Strasbourg Steve, big up Brian Hurtado. Big up Brian. But yeah, so yeah, it's look, Roma are a pretty good home side. Napoli have just been struggling throughout. So I'm not really I just for me, um I do have Roma as favorites in the game, unfortunately. Napoli, I think defensively they've just been shocking. Some of the goals that they're giving up and all this, they just look awful, man. Like they honestly look so fucking awful. So look, I don't know. Big up, I think redirect from Lewis's. Big up everybody in the fucking the redirect gang. You know what I'm saying? So so ask Steve, what do you think of the Liverpool Arsenal game? Decent game. Decent game. You got a bet for this match? Um bet. I would say um both teams to score. Yes. Both teams to score would probably be the bet that I feel most comfortable with. Probably. Because Napoli have offensive talent. They actually have a really good record versus Roma. They actually have a really good record. Lukaku goal could possibly be a good what's it called? A good bet to make. So yeah, let's see, hold up. I'm just trying to spin the link. Hold up. 2 seconds. No, I just hold up. Deja Roma? No, never. Fuck Roma. Actually, wait, why am I wearing a red shirt? What am I doing? I don't want to seem like I'm no Roma fan that I suck dick for a living. Nah, man. 2 seconds, people. Sorry. Just grabbing a drink. Oh. Nah, Dybala's injured. Dybala's injured, Volti. So they look a different team without Dybala, but the problem is Napoli in such bad fucking form. I don't think it's gonna matter, quite frankly. I don't think it's gonna matter one bit. Like they have Osimhen, who is a fucking game breaker. Big up Mike Majors. They have Osimhen, who is a game breaker, a game changer, 100%. But I think they're playing like shit. To be honest, like Cagliari gave them a very tough game. Oops. But yeah. No, it was a decent game. Decent game. A draw is probably the right result. Both teams kind of missed some chances. It was a decent game to watch. I think Liverpool would probably be a bit disappointed the fact that they got a draw. Yeah, Austin Griffin. That's what I'm saying. Both teams to score. Because I think it'll be a 2-1 Roma win. I think it'll be a 2-1 Roma win. Unfortunately, I hate saying that because I hate these fucking guys so much. But they look, objectively speaking, they know how to bastard. They're bastards, bro. They just know how to get a win. They know how to win. They know how to win. Like winning ugly, winning pretty. Same thing. You get 3 points, bro. Lazio, I was just happy yesterday that we won. But let me know your guys' predictions down below. I'm gonna star them. I'm gonna star them and read them at full time and all that bullshit. But yeah, let me know your score predictions. I'm unfortunately going with a 2-1 Roma win. That like, bro, it just hurts. I hate these fuckers, but they're like they're trying, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, big up everybody for in the building. Make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe, all that good shit. Let me check how much likes we got. Yo, Taco Bell would hit like crack right now. 2-1 Napoli. Osimhen brace. Hold up 2 seconds, people. Sorry, I was just reading a voice memo, people. All right, so 2-2, 1-1, 2-1 Napoli. A draw is possible. Look, Napoli have a very poor, or actually, sorry, a very good record versus Roma. I think it's something stupid like 15 straight games without a loss. Not 14, sorry. They don't barely win. So Napoli won 2-1, Napoli 1-0 win, draw, 2-0, 4-0 Napoli, 2-1 Napoli. Roma last beat Napoli in Serie A 2-1 in 2019. And they got a red card too in the last minutes too. They actually have a lot of the same players. To be honest. They got some of that core there. I wonder where that guy is. Of course. Shettin is fucking trash, man. Awful player. But yeah, they have a lot of injuries, Roma. So, but you don't see them bitching about it. That's the crazy part. You don't see them bitching about it. But Karsdorp, Pellegrini, Azmoun, Celik, Spinazzola on the bench, Pagano, Golic, Al-Sharawi. Interesting. But yeah, about 10 minutes until the game. But yeah, 3-3, 2-2. Bears. I hope there's some goals in this game. Hope there's some goals in this game. 2-1 Roma win. That's probably what I'm going with, unfortunately. Pisses me off to say it, but look, for me, if you can find a way to get past Di Lorenzo, for me, has been the one that can defensively a lot, right? So if you can get in behind Di Lorenzo, he's been making some bad mistakes. So, yeah, man. I just hope Napoli win. I hate seeing these fuckers win games. That Bologna game, they're showing highlights on Paramount Plus about the thingy. Bologna Roma game. Bologna played them off the pitch, to be honest. Fuck Roma. Yeah, exactly, Seb. Fuck Roma. Hate those dickheads. Yo. Wow, 3-1 Napoli. Osimhen, 3 goals and assists. He has to have a big game. And they need to start clicking. Right? So my bad. Hold up. Yeah, Napoli and Kvaratskhelia for me. He's doing the same thing over and over again. So that might be easy to defend. But what's up, Jorge? Pick up Jorge. What we got here? Jesus Christ. What's up, Steve? How you holding up? I'm pretty good, Jorge, bro. Just waiting for this Napoli Roma game to start. Just waiting for this to start. I am surprised though with Napoli that they didn't let Nachan get a start. I think he's far better than Juan Jesus. I think that's a huge fucking error. Like, that's what Mazzari for me is just some of these selections just don't really make any sense for me. I don't think it makes any sense to play Juan Jesus. Like, what fucking midweek game do you have coming up? You just got embarrassed by Frosinone, so you ain't gonna have to worry about that. So, the Gathering, you know who I support. I don't need to say nothing. You know. Pick up the gathering. I appreciate the what's it called? I appreciate the interaction. I agree with your prediction. I'm going 2-1, I think. Something like that. About 5 minutes till kickoff. But I pick up Anthony. Yay, he's so bad, Juan Jesus. That's also why I'm picking Roma to win. Fucking hate these dickheads, though, Roma, man. Oh, yeah. Yes, I support Strasbourg. But at scale, yeah. Yo, he is good, man. Needs to get back to his best form, though. How you holding up with your 50s? Newcastle game is what it is, bro. I knew we were gonna lose. It's fucking awful. Seriously. 1-0 Roma. That's probably the best prediction. That's probably the best prediction. I just think Roma might get more than one just because of Juan Jesus. It's crazy because actually my who is it? The Marco guy on CBS just said that Roma have the same amount of goals scored as Napoli and the same amount conceded. But they play such different football. But then again, Rudy Garcia's football was fucking dreadful. Right? There's a lack of chemistry. There's a lack of cutting edge. There was a lot of just dross. A lot of bullshit. 2-1 Roma win. Fair play. Roma have been inconsistent. Kind of agree with Poppy there. No, it's not. Do you know the fucking teams I support, Gathering? You know. Yeah, the more teams I support. Yeah. Fucking hell. Gathering, you're funny. You're a funny guy. Big up to you. Big up to you, bro. Word. What's up, Lucky? No, you don't. You don't even. If you really supported Lille, you would know that that's not Lille's name. Gathering, you're a funny guy. You didn't say Ajax's right name either. Gathering is just a retard. It is what it is. It's for all these teams because I'm special needs. Thanks for telling us that, the Gathering. Thanks for telling us that. I know that's a dig at me, but you think I'm gonna get triggered by some internet, dude? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Why not? Sign up, Jose Mourinho. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. I suppose that's a hilarious comment together. Jose Mourinho to Leon. Nope. I've been watching since 2014. So you got that wrong. Is there no match commentary for this game? All right, word. Oh shit, I gotta start to stop watching like 2 seconds. Come on, Napoli. These fucking cunts. Derby del Sole. Anyways, we're about to kick off, people. Roma, Napoli. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Serie offense. Yeah. Yeah, very good fans. And we're off. Roma, Napoli. Hey, peace out. No, it's 2014. You just don't listen to what I say. You just don't listen to what I say, The Gathering. Anyways. Anthony, you have nothing to lose at this point. Pioli is only going to take you back. That guy is so done. That guy is so done. I don't see any life left in that. But maybe that's just me. Foul on Politano there. We have kicked off about a minute into it. There is Jose Mourinho. Rahmani. Interception there. Trying to intercept that Politano. Rahmani's ass, bro. Anyways. Damn, 500. Oh, Politano, good pace here. Lukaku. That's a really good question. Nah, fuck Michael Bradley. I fucking hate that prick. He scored a good goal versus Mexico in the Azteca. Fuck him otherwise. I hate Michael Bradley. I hate that fucking guy. Yo, The Gathering. You're funny, man. You're a funny guy. That's a really good question, Volti. That's a really good question. Really good question. I have to think about that one. Lukaku absolutely bullying the fuck out of Mario Rui. Foul. Damn. He doesn't actually. Asel. Don't take the gather. Nothing the gathering says is even half serious. He's just. So Anthony, I get that, but there might come a point with Pioli where you are in 8th place or something stupid and you finish 8th. That's a big problem financially. I don't follow Chelsea, but all right, word. I don't follow Chelsea, but all right. Mad. No, it's bro. I support Lazio and Strasbourg and Newcastle. You know how many trophies I've seen out of that pair? 2. I've seen 2 trophies. 2. You're on every Chelsea stream, mate. Why lie though? Because I like going on that. I like going on Lewis's channel. Like what? Oh, Staffy TV. Big up Staffy. Ten Hog must go. How the hell you can Barca and Bayern? He's no Asel Gadir. He's taking the piss. The gathering wouldn't actually tell you what team he supports. Because like nothing the gathering says is actually being taken seriously. So exactly. I'm allowed if it came down to it, I chose Real Madrid. There you go. There you go. See? And he just said he was a Barca fan. Yo, Serie I watched along. Fuck yeah. Yo, Gladiator of Galaxies. Hey, some self promo here. I'm doing a bunch of Serie I watch alongs. A bunch of them. So big up Gladiator of Galaxies. The Gathering doesn't support Barca. It's all good. But yeah, big up Gladiator of Galaxies. Yeah, like and subscribe. I do Serie A watch alongs. I do Lazio ones. So very rare to find them on YouTube. I agree. Yeah, it is pretty tricky. Yeah, I love watching Serie A. It's one of my favorite leagues. I like to watch it more than the Premier League, to be honest. I like to watch it more than the Premier League, personally. I'm not saying it's a better league or whatever. I don't think there is an outright best league in the world. I think they're different. Big up PTM Productions. This is the set piece opportunity. Nope. See, exactly. He's not saying anything seriously. That's a crappy fucking set piece attempt from Roma, by the way. Big up CNAC. Ooh! Bicycle attempt. Fucking hell. Header out from yeah, what? Of course I dislike Roma. I'm a Lazio fan. It's like asking an Atletico Madrid fan, oh, you hate Real Madrid? Yeah. Big up CNAC, bro. Yeah, I like watching Serie A. I agree with you. Yeah. Shout out Gladiator Galaxies, bro. Is Napoli on the counter? Di Lorenzo gets rid of it there. That's very good there from Napoli. Need to get that final ball, though. That's been a story of the season for Napoli for me. Like the final ball, the missing pieces of the that like they create some decent chances. It's just the final ball, the final touch, and then that. Why are you trying to split the lines through two defenders right there? That don't really make sense like that. I know Kvaratskhelia would have settled that, but just unlikely. Dybala's injured. He's injured. Dybala's injured. Been injured for a few games now. He's just an injury-prone player, man. It's unfortunate, but he's a really good player. Zalewski. Yeah, that's what it is too, CNEC. I agree with this comment. Hey, the gathering. That's one of the. Hey. Yeah, he is always injured. Yeah, Gladiator. I agree with you. Roma's not the best of footballing sides, but they're getting wins. They got outplayed thoroughly by Bologna, but Roma at the Olimpico will. Roma at the Olimpico will beat teams that they're not supposed to beat. Like, not been good today. 10 minutes in only, though, so. Osimhen's kind of whinging at the ref a bit on some fouls. I'm actually going to turn on. I forgot that the Belgian league is still playing. I'm going to watch Anderlecht as well. Here's a throw-in. Stanislav Lobotka over to Di Lorenzo. Politano. And Gisa picks up the scraps. Politano in the box. Good block. That's offside. They do have a good chance of beating Juventus. Yeah. Yeah, Roma, that's the greatest compliment I can pay. They have a fantastic manager. I don't think he's out of his prime. I think that the team he's having is, Roma, that squad should not be winning a conference league. But he did. So I credit to him. I don't think he's washed. I think if you bring Mourinho to Newcastle, I don't dislike the move. You give what does history tell us? What does history tell us? If you give Mourinho money and a competent club to work with, good things will happen. I would take Mourinho at Newcastle. Excuse me. Yeah, Eddie Howe might not be that guy. I don't know. Roma plays boring, but they win. They've won the Conference League before. Europa League final, lost out to Sevilla. Like, they're competitive. And the league finishes aren't great, but you know what? This year might be the year they get top 4 somehow because they just find a way to ground and pound things out. So, look, I'm Roma's fucking biggest hater, right? I'm Roma's biggest fucking hater, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, oh, they play boring football, or oh, it's like, yeah, we know that. We know that. They do the job in a dirty way. Exactly, man. Like right here. Belotti, nope. Blocked too easily. I don't love football nearly as much as Steve. Sometimes I view will break the norm. See bounce. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, there's a way I support football. There's others. What's up, Ryan?
Yo, what's up, man? I knew it. I knew we were gonna lose today.
Yes, Dave! Same.
Bro, I'm more sick of this loser mentality from fans too.
Oh, it's awful. That's awful, bro.
Don't even get me started on it, man. It's fucking. Look where we come from. Enjoy the ride. We overachieved. You're negative. You're toxic. You're a Macam.
I told people right now. People right now, if we don't beat Forest, then
we're not going to win against Forest.
No, I think we will just because we're a home team, Ryan. That's how it goes, bro. We win our home games.
I guess so, but like, I don't know. I can't.
We win our home games and we lose away. It's very simple. Very simple. Very, very simple. Like, I enjoy the wins when we win at home, But like away from home, we have 2 wins in all comps.
Yeah.
The fuck? This is Luton Town's first clean sheet of the season. I thought we were gonna at least get a goal. I knew we'd lose. Well, I don't know. But I would take Mourinho right now. I probably would. Like, I know.
Yeah, I would if I could as well.
I'd give it a shot. Like, we could make so many worse hires than Mourinho.
Yeah.
Like, people think Mourinho's washed, but have never watched a Roma game in their lives. And I hate fucking Roma, but like he's actually done a decent job.
Yeah.
Some of the league finishes haven't been great.
Yet again, it goes back to entitlement and just.
Yeah. He's not in the Premier League anymore, so he's washed apparently.
Yeah.
Wasn't even able to fucking win Tottenham a trophy. Wasn't even able to win Tottenham a trophy because he got sacked before the fucking final. Like a few days. No, The Gathering. See, this guy just talks shit all the time, but he gives me interactions, so I don't even care what he says.
I don't know if actually Jory's would. Huh?
So it says, Newcastle just lost to Luton, and my guy's wearing a Lazio shirt. Yeah, but I still got all my Newcastle shirts up, and what are we talking about? We're talking about Newcastle loss. So, I don't know what you're talking about, The Gathering. I don't know what you're talking about, but you said yourself you had special needs, so big up to you. You know, so... Now, The Gathering is a typical internet troll. He's on Jimmy Spliff's thing a lot, and he just says the most stupid shit. Stuff he says makes no sense. So I just let him do what he wants. It's like, all right, cool. Hey, he's got special needs, man. That's what it is. Corner for Roma, headed out pretty well by Di Lorenzo. Osimhen. Big up J Money, by the way.
Yeah, my webcam like fell off my my monitor. It's like all behind my like annihilation of cabling, so I'm just too lazy to plug it back in.
That's fair. Cristante, Lukaku. What time are you at in the Roma game?
I'll fire up a stream right now.
Word. And then let me know so we could just sync up. But kind of a deck game so far. Roma just kind of possessing the ball. Not really doing much. They're trying to test out. They just don't have any attacking patterns of play or anything. It's because you've got a shit team to work with. It's just not that good of a team, but they get some results. Like, Roma just... and they're also broke as fuck, Roma. So it's like, this is what they got. And Mourinho's still, like, doing well with them in the Europa League. They'll probably make the final again, Roma, in the Europa League. Oh, what La Liga team do I don't actually support a La Liga team. But if I had to, say Athletic Club Bilbao, probably. I do like them. But I just like watching La Liga as a neutral right now. So. That's a terrible ball cross field trying to find Kvaratskhelia.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm on 17-15.
Okay.
Want to link up at 18?
18, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, man, Mourinho's trying out here to get something, and he's made it to the Europa Conference League and a Europa League final. So, like, that's pretty impressive with this team. Ball, that's a good ball to feed Lukaku. Lukaku. Jesus. Whoa, ball that has the post. 18-10, actually.
17-50.
18-10. Pause it at that, because I forgot to pause it at 18. You'll see the shot from Bove. Very good shot. Good hold-up play, Lukaku.
Okay, 18, 01, 02, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Word. Awesome. Look at that from Bove here, running with the ball. That's a really good ball to Lukaku. That's a very good ball, Lukaku. Lukaku does the right thing. That would have been a great goal for Bove, to be fair. Jesus. That's a super ball from Bove, man. Oh, my word.
I got the popcorn for this game, too. It's great.
Nice. Medic kicked out. That's a foul. That's wow. The other way. Yo! Yo, that was an AO moment from Lukaku. Looked like he was fucking him.
Oh.
Look at that. That's funny. Him and Jesus got a battle going on. Jesus Christ. I would not want to play. I would not want to play against Lukaku because, like,
no, I'd be shit scared.
He would he would just bruise the fuck out of me, bro. He'd probably snap me in half like a fucking twig. What? I'm not fussed about loot. All right, word. Thanks for telling me how I feel the gathering. I really appreciate it. I didn't know you.
Not fussed about Newcastle.
I knew. I pick up the gathering. I didn't know he was a mind reader. He knows how I feel. Apparently, that's pretty cool. Llorente.
The thing is, I do well with football, not like interfering with like how I am, how my mood is.
I like Inter Milan more than AC Milan, personally. So. Belotti, wow. Belotti.
Oh, shit.
Oh, point save. Bove. Good save, Meret. Shot again. Block. Ooh. Wait, is that fucking Bove? Yo, and guess what they're gathering? Even if I had a Newcastle shirt on, you'd still give me shit for some random reason. Yo, you've got to score that. See, look at this defense. I said before the game, Napoli defensively are fucking awful.
Yeah,
you got to put that away. You got to put that away. That's a good save from.
He probably could have taken another touch, fooled the keeper, and just put it in.
Yeah, an empty net, exactly.
Here's the moment, though.
Yeah. Wow. Cross. Trying to get Napoli up the pitch. Osimhen, good hold-up play. Very good hold-up play, Osimhen. Foul. What's the foul on? The fuck? Oh, it was offside. That's what it was. Okay.
You think Eddie Howe is going to start the same lineup against Forest?
I don't even give a fuck. Seriously? See, I don't give a fuck. Just win.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good about us playing at home. That's just what it is, bro. Lukaku. Oh, very good. The problem is, Ryan, when Eddie Howe's going to lose me is if he starts losing home games. Because then it's like, what games are you winning?
No, I think if we lose to Sunderland, like, I'm very...
Yeah, I think after that, I'm just going to...
Because it's a cup competition.
I don't
thrown away.
Exactly.
I don't want to be fucking throwing away cups, man.
We
throw it away. We fucking threw it away so easily against Chelsea.
Big up, Connor.
Champions League was a bit of a throwaway as well.
Champions League was we tried our best in that.
Yeah. I don't really give a shit about, but expectations change all the time, and we had a chance to go through.
Exactly. We bottled it against AC Milan, 100%.
To be fair, I am with the idea of like Champions League or bust though, because some people are saying, "Oh, why doesn't you sit back? Because we could get Europa League now."
Right. Like I don't. Yeah.
But
it's just
I just feel like in the context of everything, like you want to go for the best. I mean, we had and Dortmund was tying against PSG as well. Like it was great. Like that was our opportunity.
We had a one. What more could we ask for?
No.
What?
Then people would say, "Oh, it's like, oh, we didn't expect anything from the beginning, anyways." It's like,
does it matter, bro?
Doesn't matter, man. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Oh, look where the team came from. Like,
that's the past.
Enjoy the ride, like fucking shit like that.
I can appreciate that in the moment. Like, you know what it is? I don't mind when people say that when we're winning. When it's like, wow, bro, we were losing to fucking know,
Yeah.
these dickhead. We were battling relegation, and now we're winning Champions League games. Like, I don't like it when it's the other way, though. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because then it's an excuse. There's one for me when you say in a winning circumstance and you're saying, "Wow, look at us. We used to play fucking championship in 2015." Like, yes, because that's called reflection. When we lose or draw to shitty teams or whatever, and then someone says, "Oh, we were playing championship half a decade ago. Now we're battling." It's like, that's an excuse, bro. It's an emotional excuse.
It's a reflection over privilege.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you should be privileged we're here in this. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good thing we got fucking owners that want to be number one too.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the good part, bro. This isn't like some Glazer like Stan Kroenke bullshit where it's like, oh, whatever the fans want, like we'll give them. They're just on their own mind and saying like, we want to be at the top. This is what we'll have to do.
Yeah, and some people just ain't ready for that because they're too emotional.
Like in the real life fan forums, when are these like the trust groups? When are they ever going to say, oh, like we're happy where we are as long as we just keep doing this and that? Like, no, they'll say like more and more.
Ooh, dangerous ball.
So I don't go on like Twitter. Like, I only use YouTube for like information now. I don't give a shit about articles. I don't read them.
Yeah.
I make opinions based off the actual game. I don't care about this outside noise.
Yes, exactly, bro.
Like, Steve, when's the last time you read a football article about like a team like overachieving or something rather than like a history point of view?
It's been a minute.
Exactly. Oh, the only thing you see is a fucking headline.
Remember.
I haven't read an article in ages, bro. Because bullshit. They don't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not on Twitter to read articles either. Like,
yeah. Cross. Nothing there. Llorente. Good interception. Politano. That's a bit too far of a pass there. Mario Rui.
Just based off what I see on YouTube, I haven't seen too many. Oh, like we would have won that game if we weren't robbed by the offside.
You were fucking awful.
I know.
We were awful,
bro.
Luton
like I
deserve more goals, if anything. More goals.
Yeah.
The
minute 10 just set what the game was gonna be like, and then after 10 minutes, like we took control more, and then we lost it in a moment, and then we just
5 minutes. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was proper shit. Like, I thought we'd go down in a way was more dignity. We played like fucking pussies. We just didn't want it.
No.
And they did. And I said before the fucking game that we would, and another thing that plays into it, and this isn't an excuse, this is just me saying what it is. They had something bigger than football to play for today. And we're terrible away from home. What does that sound like to me? A loss. Yeah.
Yeah. Luton are going to stay up this year, I have no doubt.
Luton are going to, they'll stay up. I said it before the season started because I'm like, I watched a few of these games in the championship. Like, they've got something about them. They're growing into the league. The pace. They got their first clean sheet. That's a huge win for them. Like, good on them. It sucks, but
you know what the difference now, like how Villa's like doing way better than us, is because it's also because they had Conference League and like against unknown teams, and they're able to just like rotate all the time as well.
Possibly, yeah. But AZ Alkmaar are a decent team. Even saying that, and like Zrinski Mostar actually played him really tough, home and away, really tough.
But I think it came from the Everton game when there was no proper rotation in place.
That's the thing. That's exactly, man. Like, bring me Lewis Hall.
Yeah, seriously.
Give him a fucking chance. I don't know what it is.
Stay on the bench. All there was to come off, I'd say, was Isak and the two fullbacks.
Yeah. Paredes yellow card. Paredes is
I thought
proper.
I was a bit more positive when we went to 4-4-2, but I realized it was not working. Like
Bro,
that was the plan B and it just did not work.
we could have played any formation. We could be playing the game right now still, and we still wouldn't have scored. We were never scoring in that game.
Yeah.
Never. The offside one, he didn't even need to be offside for that, bro. That's the fucked up part. He took his goal really well, but he didn't need to be offside for that. This is frustrating, bro. The vodka,
Something big has to happen in January too.
Rui. Yeah, and I feel pretty confident about that. Newcastle Strasbourg Champions League final. Who would I want to win? Strasbourg. That's my number one team. That's never gonna happen though, so we don't have to worry about that. Rui, Don Jesus. Like for me, the FA Cup game is probably make or break for me.
100%.
And it might be for the ownership too. I think it will be for them. Like, because we have to just get me to a final, man. Give me like that Carabao Cup was like fuck my life.
Yeah.
We got Liverpool next after the Forest game. That's gonna be a loss.
Yeah.
And they just drew 2 straight games. But we always lose to fucking Liverpool. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lukaku, Bove. That's a really good ball again. Bove. It's a great ball to find. Not Zalewski. Who's that? Who's that fuckface? I think that was Zalewski actually. Bove with 2 very good passes. What? Oh my! You're gathering. Yeah, it's offside. I think. Yeah, it's a great ball, Bove. Yellow card for Walter Mazzari, who's always saying some crazy shit. Di Lorenzo, Politano, Osimhen. Yo, Osimhen is a freak, dude. In the best of ways. Like, this guy is so fucking strong. Jesus Christ. Like, when he does this, when he gets his when he has that stance, you can't do anything against him. Big up Connor, by the way. Let me get you in here real quick. What's up, Connor? Welcome to the fucking welcome to watch along and the Newcastle depression reflection.
Yeah. First watch along I've done for quite a while, I must say. So yeah. Just thought, you know, nothing else goes on, and this happens to be on television in the UK. So
yeah,
you know what? How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, he slapped Kvaratskhelia in the face. Damn. What time are you at in the game, Connor?
I'm currently at 31:58, 32. No.
Oh, so you're a few seconds ahead. All right, cool.
Where are you in the game?
I'm at 32, 02, 03, 04, 05.
Oh, you're roughly the same as me then. I'm about 32, so yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he slapped Kvaratskhelia in the face. That's a bit dirty, yo. That's what Mourinho teams do, though. That's what Mourinho teams do.
Yeah, well, he's setting his teams up to do that sort of thing, isn't he, Mourinho? That's one of the things. I mean, I was surprised to hear that his side are actually Roma won, or I think along with is it Inter, the top scorers in Serie A this season.
Yeah, Roma are second behind.
Which is not the norm for a Mourinho team. Usually it's the other way about. Usually they have like the most clean sheets or whatever.
Goals conceded, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the power with a guy like Lukaku.
And they have Lukaku and Dybala. Dybala is so injury prone though. But Dybala does give you a lot of goals and assists. Dybala.
I keep wondering, Steve, if Lukaku might not have been a bad shout for us to try and bring in.
Nah, okay. The only way it is,
you have to change formation to accommodate him.
Play 2 up top. I agree. Yes, because he thrives when he has someone to work with. He thrives, especially the wing backs too. If you give him
Yeah,
service,
that's what I'm thinking. Because could you imagine if you had him with Isaac or Wilson up top, he'd have plenty to feed off. Having the working with one of them because they
or
create
you could, bro. You know what it is, and I said this. I said it like a month ago. Dybala and Lukaku is the upgraded version of Ayoze Perez and Rondon, basically. It's an upgraded version, like hella upgraded.
Yeah, because we played that system when, like, with Rafa for a bit. Like that was us peak. Like we had Char, Fernandez, oh god, I think Dumbin as a left center back, and then Kennedy at wing back. Yeah, Yedlin. Center mid was, oh god, who was it?
You're still shite, but like it was.
I think it was Diame and Shelby.
Yes, Mo Diame.
Is he still at Galatasaray, the Andre Yedlin?
No, he's at Inter Miami.
Inter Miami, yeah.
Kvara's getting beat up today. Jesus.
Here's another question for you then, Steve. On the other side of things for Napoli, Victor Osimhen, £105 million release clause. Would you pay that?
Worth every penny. Worth every penny. Worth every penny. 100%, bro. This guy is. Oh, look at here. He's in the box now. Ooh, did he get slapped in the face? Did he get hit in the face there? VAR might look at that. Yeah, he's worth every penny for me, Connor.
Oh, look at Lukaku. Oh, that's great hold up.
That's very good hold up play to Belotti. Excellent. Belotti. You don't want Belotti in this wide position, though.
No.
But he does square it over to Zaluski, the pole.
Oh.
Cross cleared. Played by Piotr Zielinski, another Polish brother. Ooh, Osimhen. Let's see what happened with Osimhen. And here's the other thing, too. Osimhen, for me, one of his best attributes, the chest control. You could just throw a ball up to him, and he manages a chest, head, shoulder. Like, he knows how to settle a football in stride, back to goal. Like, he is, oh, my God. He's so talented. So talented. And he's quick. He's so fucking quick, bro. He could take a touch when he's doing a hold-up play and then take a touch and just, fly by guys. It's unbelievable.
Newcastle going for Napoli, that shows how serious we are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I would take him in a heartbeat.
But the thing is, I know obviously we talk about the FFP rules and stuff, and I get to a degree why that's been happening with us, but I'm pretty sure we could probably afford to spend £100 million on a player. The only difficulty would be if we did do that for somebody like Osimhen, you're then maybe looking at loan deals if you wanted to bring in one or two more to bolster the team. But teams do that all the time. We need to get creative in the same way that, remember PSG when they first signed Mbappe? They actually signed him on loan
for the first season, and then it was an obligation to buy.
With the obligation to buy. You can always do something like that. There are ways around it. I've never been a massive fan of people finding those loopholes, but if other teams are going to do it, right?
Exactly. That was a sneaky ass loophole. I don't think I've ever seen that too for a high caliber player like that as well.
Yeah, very good deal.
I think at the time as well, Monaco were definitely getting, because they got a couple of PSG players in return on loan for that season. So
you know what it is? PSG paid a little bit more than Monaco. Monaco wanted a certain price, and PSG was like, you know what? I'll give you a little bit more if we can do this obligation, the loan thing. That's what it is. No foul.
Don't be surprised if the owners throw a big curveball like that. I feel like they won't. They'll make more of just like
that's a yellow. That's a
big sign decision rather than like a footballing decision. I think.
Yeah,
that'll happen at some point for sure. Whether it works out or not, I don't know.
There's Mourinho yelling at Kvaratskhelia. He's pissed. No, he's pissed. No, I love Mourinho. This guy is a character. I hate him right now because he's at Roma, but like he is a fucking character.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. You've got to imagine at some point, I think Mourinho will be back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
When that'll be, I don't know.
If there's any kind of suggestion of getting rid of Eddie Howe, it's got to be Jose or Pep for me.
there's been
Or,
chat. I've heard the chat about that in recent weeks about, if I was to go, could Mourinho be a consideration for the owners? I'm sure he would be. But
yeah, because he knows how to win and the Sir Bobby
you
connection.
give him money. You give him money. What happens? He usually wins stuff.
yeah,
And
well,
the other thing too with Porto, won them a fucking Champions League when they were not favorites. They had some awesome
Yeah.
players. Don't get me
And
wrong.
some of the fans will say, "Oh, he's finished. Like
Oh.
he'll ruin our style of play and shit."
Oh man, if you give him money,
But it's
Yeah,
like
we
what's
just want
what's
to-
going well for us so far right now? Like we're out of the we're out of 2 cup competitions.
Another
It could be
foul,
if we fuck up against Sunderland.
Yeah, well, think about it. We haven't won silverware for such a long time. And if you bring in a proven winner, like Mourinho, at some point, even if he didn't necessarily push us all the way to the league title, if he brought
He'd win us a cup
a
competition.
cup competition, maybe even a European competition, because I do think that we would be more than competitive in a Europa League, for example, right now. I think when you look at the teams in there, which is what sort of annoyed me about the fact that handball decision is what's cost us Europa League, really, because those 2 points would have put us there. I do think we could have. But he knows his way around these things. But again, he's got Roma in the knockouts Europa League this year. And
they'll probably make a final or semi this year too.
yeah, well, they've got a great draw.
Oh, my bicycle! Ooh.
I think
They got a great draw with Feyenoord, which is unusual because they were the team that dropped for the Champions League final.
I think Callum Wilson should have came off against Chelsea, and we should have gone like a 5-5 or like 6-4 formation, 4-6.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
but then again, him not subbing off Wilson, Trippier would have still made that mistake probably.
No.
I argue a case. I actually think it might not be the most popular thing, but because the way we were going in that game and how late it was when Trippier had come on, I actually thought, could we maybe have, instead of bringing Trippier on along with Burn, could we maybe have actually thrown Paul Dummett on with Burn? Just in terms of, he was never going to try anything fancy, Paul Dummett. He's the kind of defender that would just absolutely blast it out the park. And knowing the way Trippier has been recently, it's tough. Also, I have to question the decision of allowing Trippier to take the second penalty.
Yes, that's a bad choice. It's just an objectively bad choice because you know what it is.
You know what it was? It's like, oh, I'm able to take the penalty, or no?
You know what it is?
Like, you're going to take a penalty, of course. It's like, yeah, I will.
I'm glad that Trippier wanted to, because I would have questions if he didn't. I'd be like, so are you just pussying out of this? So I'm glad of that. That was something he was comfortable with doing. Eddie Howe needs to be like, nah, not until the 6th or 7th. No thanks.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, even Matt Ritchie stepping up for the
I actually thought the penalty save was good. I don't think
it's a good penalty save, but again, why is Matt Ritchie taking it before some of the other players we had?
I think if we'd definitely had Joe Linton and Shar, that would have been better because they're good penalty takers too.
Yeah, Shar is a good,
Even the Longstaff was on the pitch, wasn't he? And I assume if it continued to be the taking ones.
When Guimaraes was going for his penalty, I was kind of shitting myself. This run up, I was like, no.
I was the same. I don't like those run ups. They really...
and then he had. We're down like 2-0 on like 2-0 on penalties, and he just freaking puts his fingers in his ears. Like, come on,
Politano. By the way, I'm gonna call this right now because Mourinho. This is what he does. He's going to sub off Brian Cristante for the second half. This guy's been rash as fuck this whole game. And he's on a yellow already.
Mourinho, isn't it? I mean, I was looking at the table, and obviously a win here would put Roma above Napoli. And would be a good bounce back, because I did happen to see that they lost to Bologna the last time out, which is...
Bologna outplayed them thoroughly in that game.
To be fair, Bologna, they're playing really well, and there's a couple of...
Lewis Ferguson is on.
He's on fire.
He's a proper player. Yeah. Yeah,
by the time they had Aaron Hickey was another Scottish player that was at Bologna, and again, totally transformed his career going there. He's became a brilliant player. But Ferguson's top quality.
I like Ferguson a lot.
Which bodes well for us if he can stay fit and healthy going into the Euros. He will surely be coming with us.
Christensen. Look at this hold up play from Lukaku there. Look at that shit. Lost the ball there, but Jesus, he stiff arms like a fucking NFL player, bro. Lukaku is stiff arm. It's ridiculous. Like if you put him in a system where he plays to his strengths, 2 up top, he'll get you goals and productivity. That's what it is with Lukaku. Like if he went to Brentford, he'd be an animal. He'd be a fucking animal if he went to Brentford and they went back to that 3-5-2 like Frank played. He'd be a fucking animal. Him and Mbeumo.
They'll be a team to watch come the January for me, Brentford, because they'll have Ivan Toney back, and that's going to be big. It might take a couple of games for him to get into the groove, but he'll have been in. Well, I know he's been in training for the last couple of months because he was allowed to come back to that early. So fitness wise, he should actually be okay. And
he is automatic from the penalty spot too. He's automatic.
Yeah, all day long.
Boom. Yeah, he's crazy.
Okay, he's another one though. I mean, we used to have him and we let him go.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be against bringing him back in if we could.
I just came back. Who's this?
Tony, Ivan
Toney.
Oh yeah.
I was talking about Lukaku, and I'm saying if he played in a team that like Roma or Brentford, who used to play two up top a lot,
even someone like Mikel Marino, man. I don't know why we sold him.
Yeah, Marino. He was homesick. I think he was homesick. I think that's what I heard. Marino's been excellent for Real Sociedad.
Yeah,
excellent player.
I remember when we bought him from Dortmund. Like, I think his first game against West Ham, like he set up the goal for Hoslu. I was like, this guy's gonna be special. And yeah, I think he had a few back injuries and just fucked it. He was just here at the wrong time.
Yeah.
When's the next Lazio Roma derby, Steve?
Not for probably February. Let me check.
What is it they call that derby? Does it have
Derby della Capitale? Derby of the capital. Roma Lazio is April 7th, so we got some time. But if Roma beat Cremonese in the Coppa Italia, that'll be Lazio Roma quarterfinal.
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be tasty. They share a ground. Is that right? Have I got that right? I think I've got it right.
What?
Did they share a ground, Lazio and Roma as well?
Did they what?
Sorry? Did they ground share?
Yeah, they share. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's weird, isn't it? That in Italian football, probably the two biggest derbies are ground shares. Obviously, I know you've got Juventus as well, but I know, but I did see AC Milan are looking to move away from the San Siro.
Yeah, they've been talking about that. Them and Inter have been talking about that for years. Years, man.
Is it going to be like 100K like stadium after that?
Probably.
I think it would be good for them both to do that, because I always feel with derbies, the one thing you might lose when you're ground sharing is nobody really gets that edge for that atmosphere because you play in that stadium anyway, so you're used to it. There's no nuance to it, and you go, you're getting into a hostile environment because it is what it is. You're playing it, even if it's
Steve,
more Inter fans or whatever.
Steve, did Roma buy Llorente and Christensen at the same time?
Loan.
Both of them?
Both loans. Yeah, okay. Roma had like no money to work with this summer. Lukaku's on loan, Llorente's on loan, Christensen's on loan. They have Indica they picked up on a free from Frankfurt. They picked up another one. Hassam Aouar they picked up on a free as well from Lyon. He's injured right now.
What about Paredes? He's a permanent.
Paredes is a free signing, I think. It's either free or a loan. They didn't spend any money this summer.
Oh, chance here.
Kvaratskhelia. Nice move. Decent cross. Cleared out, though, by, I think, Llorente. Yeah, it is Llorente. Cleared
I think we are literally just a split second away from each other there, because I've seen that just as you commented on it when it got put away.
Obotka. Zambo Anguissa.
Where is the game in America? Is it Peacock?
Nah, Peacock is Premier League. This is on Paramount Plus, so CBS.
Oh,
that's what I got too. I got CBS Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have got the best Champions League coverage with
it's awesome. Yeah, they do Champions League as well. Osimhen, Di Lorenzo, Osimhen. Get Osimhen in the box. Politano.
Ooh.
Di Lorenzo,
Oh,
decent cross, good block though from
Anguissa.
Rui, sloppy
Oh,
from Rui. Cristante,
that
what
was a
shit,
handball.
Cristante. Cristante is so fucking bad. That's the
Oh.
thing though. Mourinho's had Cristante as a player, consistently plays, and they still get to Europa League and Conference League finals. He's like terrible. He's awful. Gets the most out of him though somehow. A sign of a good coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thing is, Mourinho's the only coach to win all 3 European competitions.
Yeah.
Conference, Europa, and Champions. Yeah,
And with different clubs as well, which is
different eras.
Yeah,
Different
well,
eras.
some of the areas that he's come in as well. I mean, I remember the
Halftime.
Interfight in 2010 that won it. You know, when he took over, they weren't a side to look like they could go and win a Champions League, and yet he turned them into they were unplayable at times that season. They really were. I always think that's a Champions League win that goes really underrated because people talk about the great wins in history and very seldom do they mention
It was
that.
a treble winning team, man. Treble.
Yeah. They were awesome. That Interfight.
Serious fucking team. Zanetti, at the Brazilian goalkeepers, I think Julio Cesar.
Julio Cesar, yeah. I actually had another top that had Maldini on the back. He was not a bad player.
Something
Of,
unbelievable.
I think else would have been in that. Some great players. I know that. Materazzi, was he in there? No, was that after his time? Materazzi. But that may have been after his time.
Materazzi, I think, was in that treble team, yeah. Yeah, Goran Pandev, who would score clutch goals off the bench. You had Eto'o. You had...
Yeah, Samuel Eto'o. I forgot about him. What a player he was.
Who was the other one?
Pandev is just like a Serie A legend.
Yeah, Pandev was productive pretty much everywhere. And he old as fuck, too. Milito.
He's that kind of player. And then Bundesliga, you got Pizarro as well.
Claudio Pizarro. Super player. Definitely. But yeah, halftime. I don't really think either teams had the knockout edge, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been a gritty, competitive game because Roma have made it that. Roma have made it gritty, competitive, and they've you know what it is? They again, what Mourinho does, they break up. When Napoli got into a little bit of a flow there, they foul and Mourinho does the whole trying to fucking kiss Kvaratskhelia and stuff like that. He just does random shit to break up the games. Because he knows that if Napoli get into a flow, that Roma team can't compete with that. All they got is grit. Not much skill. I like Zalewski, the wingback.
Steve, you know how he told me you're in a Milan group chat? Are all those guys in the stream that you're with yesterday all the ones in the guy?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all in there. Yeah, I just like talking.
Fabio was freaking hilarious, man.
Yeah, Fabio, yeah. He's a joke, bro. He's hilarious.
Wait, so he's from Long Island?
Yeah, of course he is. You heard his fucking accent, man. That's the most accent ever.
Tell you, Steve, I've just had a look at that Inter team for 2010. By God, there were some players in there. Maicon, Lucio, Zanetti, Cambiaso, Snyder, Milito. It was Milito who I had in the back of my shop, not Maldini.
So, Milito was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was Snyder. Snyder was probably... Didn't he get robbed of a Ballon d'Or or something like that? Because he was sick that year.
I think he did, yeah. I mean, that was in a period of time that just seemed to carry on for ages when Messi just kept winning it no matter what. Ronaldo's the same. I mean, even, I've got to say, I mean, I love Messi and, obviously the World Cup winning stuff, which I was glad for. I wanted him to do. But there's no way in this planet that Erling Haaland shouldn't have been winning the Ballon d'Or this year. I don't know how Messi got that.
He'll get one eventually.
Oh, well, of course. That's kind of the new Ronaldo Messi thing just now, isn't it? Mbappe and Haaland. It's just unfortunate that having plays for a national team that just can't seem to get to tournaments. And he's not the only one. I mean, they've got a couple of good players now. Obviously, you've got Odegaard as well who plays for them.
Norway are just a bit too complacent.
Maybe
too complacent for me. their federation, and I've talked with, I have a few Norwegian friends. They're like, in Norway, it's just a different attitude on it. It's kind of like, oh well, it's kind of like their culture doesn't. It's not like superstar centered. Like, yeah, they like Holland and stuff, but they're more of it's just a different way of life, really. That the way they kind of go about things and look at life. Just like how in the US it's different to England or whatever. They're just kind of happy that
They're happy to be there. Yeah,
yeah,
it's that mentality.
yeah. There's like a whole video on it on
Happy to see my team play, I guess.
yeah, but they're not too superstar centered there.
I think they could probably be doing a bit of coach because they always seem to get relatively unknowns. And if they get a better, because I remember when we played them during the Euros campaign in Oslo, which was, I mean, both games we played against Norway were actually brilliant games, particularly for neutrals. But in Oslo, the comeback we had, I just, when they took Haaland off with about 10 minutes to go, and that was a point where I thought, you know what, I think we'll get something here, just because as soon as he comes off, you could see from our point of view, our mentality shifted and we just threw everything at it because we were no longer worried about
blood.
What Haaland was going to do. Yeah, because as soon as he's off, you're going, right, okay, he's not a concern anymore. We don't need to worry about him breaking free. Not to say they didn't have other players that could have, but as soon as he came off, that was it. And then we got the 2 goals in the space of like a couple of minutes is incredible. But it just goes to show, I don't think top tier managers would have made that change at that point. They, either left it a wee bit longer.
Yeah, probably. It's crazy.
Of course, we'll play one of your favoured national sides in the Euros in Hungary. I'm pretty sure you've got a Hungarian top team.
Yeah, Hungary is the one that I'm repping mainly. Like if Hungary play Germany, it's Hungary all day. If Hungary play France, it's Hungary all day. Poland, same thing.
Well, we will need to do a Hungary-Scotland watch along in the Euros.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'll be a very competitive game.
I think so. Yeah, I think it'll be a very
competitive game. Both managers, Marco Rossi and Steve Clark, have elevated those national teams from like nobodies to now they can make the tournament, be competitive.
I seen Hungary in the 2 games they played against England during the Nations League.
Oh,
they had England.
Is Ryan Fraser playing for England at all?
Scotland.
No.
Yeah. Fuck.
No, he doesn't get it anymore. He basically stuck 2 fingers up to Scotland, so he doesn't get picked anymore.
He threw away his career.
Yeah, his attitude's all wrong. He came to international break about a year and a half ago, 18 months ago. First time he'd been called up for a bit, and he was still in the Newcastle side at the time because that's when we were just sort of in our infancy of bringing players in, and how had fully sidelined them. And he pulled out, I think it was 2 days before we were supposed to play. Went back to Newcastle. He pulled out citing that he had some sort of muscle injury, but he was spotted the next day on the training ground at Newcastle doing full-on, not just light exercises, full-on training. And I think that just annoyed a lot of people up here. It might have been that he was trying to do the physio, I get that, but people just seen that and went, that's not a good look. You've just pulled out the national team saying you're injured, and here you are, full contact training. That's not. It just looked as if he basically decided he didn't fancy it.
Fraser thought he was hot shit when he had that really good season for Bournemouth, and he stopped playing because he's linked with Arsenal. He's gotten himself in his own way. He fucked his own career up on his own volition because he thought he was better than what he was. Like he got complacent.
Oh, 100%. The only thing I will say for Ryan Fraser is a slight positive for him. I do feel that him and Saint-Maximin in particular were huge parts of what rescued us under the Bruce Ball era, because the two of them at least had a spark about them and tried to do things, if nothing else. So in that aspect, he was handy to have for a period of time. But I think it's a damning indictment.
That was the other problem. He couldn't stay fit.
Yeah, he couldn't stay fit. But I also think it's a damning indictment of his attitude as a player, when the best thing you can say for him is he was okay in a Steve Bruce team. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a reason Eddie Howe didn't want him anymore when he came back. And that was always going to happen because of the relationship they've had. Chips are down, and you need somebody to step up and help you not only save his job, but save Bournemouth for relegation. And you've got
He just was like, I don't really fancy it.
No. And you know the thing is, to your point, Steve, about Rooney's own career, if he had helped Bournemouth stay up that season, or just at least played and tried, he probably would have got that big move.
Arsenal, we're looking at him very seriously. Because he was productive for Bournemouth for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
He fucked his own career up. He thought he was way better than he was, and acted like fucking Ibrahimovic. That's what it was. He was just like, bro, what are you doing? Crazy. But yeah. About the game, honestly, I'm trying to think of
who's going to be the happier manager at half time, do you think?
Probably Mazzarri, because you've got fucking 3 Roma players on a yellow. Probably that, because they already have, as smart as it is to break up play with the fouls and the rough play and the mind games, that does show that Roma are running out of ideas on the pitch where Napoli can win the game. Napoli have a good head-to-head record versus Roma too. Roma have beaten Napoli since 2019. They're winless for a long amount of time. I probably feel better about Mazzarri, but like, you gotta get Kvaratskhelia and what's it called? Osimhen a bit more involved in the game, further up the pitch. Because there's been a massive disconnect from what Napoli was last year and this year. And it's a lot because of the midfield positioning. Like,
do you think Mazzarri's the right man? What is your take on him as a manager? Because I remember him at Watford, which is never a great measure for any manager because you just don't there. I mean, look at Kike Sanchez-Flores. He takes them to a semi-final and they finish 7th, I think it was, not far off a European spot. And had it been last season or this season, it had been in the Conference League, and that wasn't good enough for Watford. They still sacked him.
But he finished 7th?
Yeah. I think it was 7th or 8th they finished and got to the semi-final where they lost to Wolves.
Oh, that goal from Spanish dude. Spanish winger scored that beautiful. Delafeu. He scored that beautiful goal in that semi-final. I remember that game really well.
When you look at some of the players from that Watford team who went on to different things, Richarlison was in that side. What a player he was. Obviously, Troy Deeney was Mr. Watford for years. He was the captain. Delafeu, who you talk about again, he's went on to.
Delafeu was super
I think he played for Spurs as well. So they had some team, and then they just decided to.
Yeah, they had the bald goalkeeper who was always reliable, made some good saves. Who was it? The bald guy. Gomez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Aurelio Gomez. Another Spurs connection, actually. He was a terrific goalkeeper. And they had Manuel Almunia and backup, who also didn't do a bad job when called upon.
Yeah, Mazzarri, for me, it would be like us bringing back Rafa.
Yeah.
Because actually, Napoli won a Coppa Italia. He was the Napoli manager when they played Chelsea in the Champions League in 2011-12. When Napoli won the first leg in Napoli, and then the second leg they lost in extra time, I think 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so he was the first Napoli manager to get them in the Champions League. And then he won a Coppa Italia the year before that. Like, he picked them up from nothing. And he actually made Cavani the player. He brought in Cavani for peanuts and then made him a fucking monster. They also had
Wait, which manager again? Sorry?
Mazzarri, when he was at Napoli in the early 2010s. That was when Cavani was there.
Yeah. Cavani, didn't he come from Boca Juniors too?
Oh, Federico Fernandez, I think, was also at Napoli at one point.
Yeah, he played at Napoli, yeah.
Yeah, so he actually, yeah, Napoli was, so Mazzarri, that was an emotional appointment. Rudy Garcia was dog shit. So I think it was an appointment that they made because he knows the club, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I don't think he's no long like he'll last this season and then they'll bring in
Is
someone.
that what he is? It's just interim?
He only has a 1-year contract, yeah.
Okay.
As a sort of stopgap appointment then, just to kind of steady the ship, gain the
They'll
European
play.
spot again this year and then take it as it comes
Give
to
it
it.
to someone else because I think
It's disappointing because Napoli did. I mean, they stopped Juventus's dominance. They won that league with Higuain up front.
they almost won it. Lavezzi, yes,
Almost
that was
won
the
it,
other one on
yeah.
that Napoli team. Lavezzi,
They did win. Was it the Coppa Italia or something? They won. They did.
Yes.
Win.
Yeah. Nah, he had a good spell at Mazzarri the first time, but it's not working out this time. But the whole team is like Spalletti just brought something different. He invigorated the spirit and he just pieced all the puzzle pieces fell in line. And it was just a one-time thing. Just a one-time thing. Like, I mean, Napoli were never favored to win that title anyways, ahead of a few teams. So they had a really, really good season. And De Laurentiis, he decided to give Spalletti a 1-year extension without even talking to Spalletti about that. And he got upset, Spalletti, because it's like, what the fuck? Why didn't we even talk about this? That was the first domino to fall. He kind of fucked it up on his own self, but De Laurentiis is crazy, bro.
Who's winning it this year for you, Steve?
Inter.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
pretty crazy with Marcus Thuram though as well.
Thuram is such a good player, man. Jesus. Again, another player that he works in that 2-up-top system. Mourinho's record in Serie A, 92 wins, 41 draws, 35 losses. That's not bad. That's not bad. But yeah, Napoli for me, they need to they've got to just I don't even know, bro. Like just play the game. Don't fall into the trap of Mourinho antics and Roma antics. Just keep playing. Like they have majority of possession. They got to get more shots on target though. They didn't even have a shot on fucking target that first half, Napoli. Like I don't get that. You got to do better there. But should be a decent second half. Lukaku.
Yeah, this is a kind of game for me that just looks as if whoever gets that first goal probably goes on and wins the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and like, yeah, exactly. That's what Spalletti did. Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, they got to, and that's the thing. Napoli have a decent squad. Like they have Raspadori that can come on. He's a good, decent winger. Can also play false 9 a little bit. And Giovanni Simeone scores some goals. Decent backup. So, but you're not bringing him off for Osimhen. Roma don't really have much of it. They have an injury crisis. They got a lot of injuries. They have Smalling out, who's been very productive for them for a few seasons now. They've got Dybala out, which gives them a whole new dimension. They don't mind attacking when they have Dybala.
Smalling impresses me, I must say, in terms of to take a guy who, and to be fair, it's because it's Man United, but he wasn't pulling up many trees at Man United. He wasn't brilliant.
He was all right.
He was all right.
Yeah.
He's went to Roma and unquestionably became a far better player for them.
So you know what? Mourinho puts him in the middle of that fucking back three and tells him win every aerial duel, and he usually does. Does his job, does it really well. Here is Roma trying to get something. Lukaku, good hold-up play. And Gisa gets roughed up a bit. Meret. Di Lorenzo.
What time are you on, Steve?
45, 56, 57, 58, 59, 46 exact.
Yeah, I think we're about the same time. I'm 46.06 just now.
Nice. Okay, I was saying exact. So Anguissa's on the ball, and now it's Di Lorenzo. Cool. Rahmani. Kvaratskhelia.
It just needs a big chance to come for somewhere because I think there's not really been that clear-cut opportunity.
Roma got a good shape. You have good shape. Di Lorenzo. Politano, good ball. And he's a good turn. He's got I've really liked Anguissa throughout his whole career. Even at Fulham, he had some good moments. It's like super mobile for such a guy. Like he can just pivot and switch with his hips. He's kind of flexible. I like Anguissa. He's steel with some quality as well. Like if we were to get rid of Joelinton, if something happened or whatever, he moved on, that would be the player I'd be like, he can do that. Big fan of Anguissa. Here he is on the ball now. Good pass.
That's a good effort.
Zielinski, decent.
Oh, yeah, he was at Fulham before, and then they got relegated.
Fulham, yeah. He was actually decent at Fulham.
Yeah.
He was decent. Like, wasn't amazing. I thought he might do a bit better, but he wasn't, like, awful, I don't think.
No.
He's just in a team that wasn't very good. Fulham are now pretty established in the Premier League. Like, if he went back to Fulham, he'd be a great player, I think. Him and Paulinho in midfield, I would not want to play against that. That's not fun.
Bro, I got pretty wrong with Marco Silva. I thought Fulham would go down, but he's been doing pretty well since going there, to be honest.
They did lose to Burnley. They did lose to Burnley today, but
they did. They've had a rough couple of weeks. Fulham after. I mean, they won back-to-back games 5-0, and then came played us. We got.
They did advance in the Carabao Cup, though.
They did.
Carabao Cup semi-final.
Oh, by the way, that draw sort of annoyed me because it was so predictable. I was hoping we'd get Chelsea-Liverpool semi-final, and a two-leg tie between them. And now I'm thinking.
Then the problem is the final would have been a freaking heavy underdog versus.
They played each other in the final. Was it 2 years ago or something? 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Liverpool
last year. Or no, 2 years. No, last season. The season.
It was goalless and went all the way to penalties. Now
both Carabao and FA Cup.
It was a decent game, but games goals.
I'm watching some Premier League highlights right now because I didn't see any other game today. So realizing, bro, Kudus his finishes are so good.
He is the fucking man.
They're all bottom corner too. Those are like the harder.
Yeah,
like, goalkeepers have a fucking nightmares against bottom corners.
No, Kudus is the spark. Kudus is a spark plug for me.
Yeah, he's been a great.
He could use a Kudus. He could use a Kudus 100%. He'll pick up the ball and make things happen. That's what it is. And an attacking midfield upper sort of.
What a finish!
Great finish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch some highlights later on Match of the Day over here, and I'm wanting to see Spurs Everton because Everton did have a goal chopped off that, from what I was hearing on Soccer Saturday, was a harsh.
It was a bit harsh. Yeah, because I watched that game alongside. Yeah, it was a bit harsh. They battled though, Everton.
They'll stay up, Everton. To be fair, when you look at it, without the 10-point deduction, Everton would be sitting, I think, 8th just now.
9th or something, yeah.
26 points. They would be doing okay. Which doesn't surprise me because Sean Dyche is a great manager.
Good manager.
I hope like Everton to bring him in.
He's got better players than he did at Burnley too.
He does, and he's got a couple of his better Burnley players there as well, in the likes of Rowski, McNeil.
He's playing a 4-3-3 now too. Like he's got Onana. He's got a pretty solid back line.
Oh, ball. Lukaku. Good block. Lukaku.
Another good block.
Good block again. Anguissa settles it.
I think, Ryan, that a lot of people had quite criticism of him at Burnley because they said, it's negative style. But I actually think with what he's doing at Everton and how positive they are, that's how he would have wanted to play at Burnley, but he never had the players. Whereas at Everton, for all their troubles, they've definitely got that quality that he can do it. Especially Calvert-Lewin being fit is a massive for him to keep. Again, he's somebody a couple of years ago, if he could stay fit.
Calvert-Lewin's better than Barnes and Chris Wood. Well, yeah, Burnley.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, I'll see. Oh. Paredes, decent ball, trying to find him. Wants a penalty. That's not pen.
Nice.
Pen.
You'll never get credit for that.
He went over way too fucking easy there, bro. That's never a foul.
See, The way
Great
Tottenham
ball
are playing is
Paredes.
how we were last year.
Oh yeah, it's not a pity. He's kicked the back of the defender's leg. But tell me, Steve, you watch the Italian game more than I do. How's VAR implemented there compared to what you see in the
Okay, the
Premier League?
biggest difference, you know what it is? You know how there's sometimes goals in the Premier League where a guy is offside, but he's not involved in the play at all, but they still say it's a goal because he had no involvement. In Serie A, if you're offside, doesn't matter if you have no involvement in the play, you're offside, goal that gets disallowed. That's how they ref it. So they ref it as if you're offside, you're offside. It doesn't matter if you're involved in the play or not. That's the biggest difference.
You see quite different with loads of things. I mean, I think I said earlier in the comments about in Italy, they don't allow players with the defibrillators to play. You can't play.
You don't. Yeah.
And I don't know what you think. I'm not sure that's a bad idea because there are risks involved in that. And you see what happened to Lockyer, obviously, at Bournemouth last week. And I think his career's probably over, sadly. But I can see why the Italians don't want to take that chance with their players. And I wonder if at some point...
I think it might be an insurance thing.
Yeah, probably. I just wonder if the Prem or other European leagues might look at that at some point and go, is it worth with the insurance, as you're saying, and the rest of the players' health?
Politano? Davdafte?
I wonder if the higher end teams, like with more Champions League games next season, I wonder if like they're going to see more collapses at all because there's going to be run to the ground.
Well, that's it. It could be. And I mean,
how many more games are they going to add? Like, I swear they're adding like 12 more teams to Champions League next year.
Yeah, I think so. The way it works, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, I think next year it will be I was going to say the group stage, it's the league stage that will be next year. I think it is something like 9 games you play in the league stage. And then for the
something like that.
Then I think it's 4 teams for the 2 leagues will go through into a quarter-final, and then it will go for there. It's quite convoluted. But then I take it are the Europa League and Conference League staying as is, or are they changing the format as well?
They're doing that in the conference and
Politano burst of speed here. Good run, Politano. This Kvaratskhelia. Easy save.
Just had to pick his corner there, really. Yeah, that's why it's crazy when the supposed revival of the Super League, which hasn't lasted long because every Premier League team's pulled out. Bayern pulled out.
SG said no.
I think they'll pull back in, to be honest.
It'll take a few years, but yeah.
It's the logistics though, because think about it, Steve. They're going to bring in this Club World Cup proper for FIFA, which is going to be 32 teams will be involved in. Add that to the current calendar. Where do you fit in time for Super League games? There just wouldn't be time. So teams would have to decide, do you want to play in the Super League? Do you want to play in the Champions League? For me, it would always be the Champions League because that's the most lucrative. That's the big one. For all the definite improvements that are needed with UEFA, I don't think anybody denies that. Right. They're clearly
at the top. Has Everton goal been disallowed?
What's up?
So how is this? I'm watching all the highlights, and how has this Everton goal been?
Yeah, I don't get. Yeah,
what?
That's crazy.
I'm so confused.
I heard the new format. Yeah, the UEFA might be changing it because of the whole Super League thing. UEFA realized that they ain't the fucking baddest motherfuckers in town because it's like, and that's what I do like about the Super League. They're challenging. They're giving UEFA a bit of they're giving UEFA a bit of a hey, teams don't fans and teams aren't just gonna side with you for no reason. Like we're gonna bring our idea to the table. So make yours better. If you really think you're better, prove it. Kind of.
If they can make it better, and make it a proper meritocracy instead of the initial plan, then maybe you could look at it. I just think because one thing about UEFA that kind of gripes me, partially because I'm Scottish and obviously watch the Scottish League, is that this season the way things are looking, the Premier League might get 5 Champions League spots. That's added to the already basically 8 European spots that they've got in England, and I just think, how can you possibly finish 5th in the Premier League and get into the Champions League? And yet, if you finish second in the
Terrible
Scottish League, you don't automatically get in. You've got to go into the third qualifying round.
Bad turnover, Zalewski. Zielinski. Politano.
Oh,
Good ball. Kayus. Good block.
Roma have got a man down here.
This kid in it, this kid with the afro is a good player. Jens Kayust. Swedish. I think they subbed him on for Lobotka. That's a good sub, actually. No, Zalewski might be down here.
Yeah, I think he's just had his toes prod on a bit.
By Anguissa.
I don't know why they've stopped the game, though, to be honest with you, because it's not a head injury and it's not a foul. It's a 50-50 challenge that he's lost out. And okay, it's a sore one, but really shouldn't be stopping the game for that.
They might have thought it was, I don't even fucking know, man. Juan Jesus, Mario Rui, Oraskelia, Rui, Jesus, Rahmani, Di Lorenzo.
Oh, that's
nice dummy. Beautiful dummy there. Di Lorenzo Politano. Di Lorenzo now. Got to put a good ball in. And it does. Flick on header. Headed out. Not cleared all the way, though. Christensen. Cristante. Not a good ball. Right idea.
Napoli looking the most likely right now.
They're starting to get their momentum a bit.
Yeah. Just that quality, I think, is all that's missing, because that was a brilliant play there. Great.
That's chemistry. That's chemistry right there.
Yeah.
Knowing where your guy's gonna be, so you're like, you know what? Just lay off.
I can't believe he's given the free kick for that.
Yeah. Mourinho's just making friends with every Napoli player, man. Bro, but you know what it is? That's Mourinho mind games at its peak. He's doing that for a reason. Whether it works or not, we'll see. He's probably like, hey, you don't want to beat me, man. I'm a nice guy, man. Let's be buddies. Maybe trying to not get them fired up. I don't know.
What happened with Dzeko? Did he retire?
Who?
Dzeko.
Dzeko's in Turkey with Fenerbahce.
Oh, did he move to? See. Yeah.
Dzeko was a monster at Roma, like a fucking monster, bro.
They're not playing just now, the Turkish league, are they, because of that incident?
No, they're playing now. They just took 1 week. Took a ball in. Jesus deals with it. They took a week off.
That was crazy. That game.
Then there was like a fucking full out brawl in a second division game too. And then another team, Istanbulspor, walked off the pitch because of a ref decision versus Trabzonspor.
I don't know what Turkish law is. I don't know what the sentencing is for assaults, but for me, he needs to be having the book flung at him. I did see they'd said that it sort of added on a bit to the charge because they said he attacked somebody who's a public servant because he's a referee.
Yeah.
But it's just great. Could you imagine that happening? I mean, could you imagine Stavely or something running on the park and just decking Anthony Taylor? I mean, we don't love to, but you can't do that.
Like Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley or fucking what's it called? What's his name? Yeah, Amanda Stavely or fucking
get Dodie down there or something. I mean, I think, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Chelsea fans would probably be happy if Bowley did do something like that, because he would be forced to sell the club. And the way he's running them just now is...
Well, he's not even the main guy. He owns like 20% of the club. That's the thing.
Me and Steve were talking about he's the lead person.
He's just an easy target because it's American. That's
what
it
is. Like he got like £1 billion and look at the team they've got.
Yeah. Foul. Another yellow. Oh wait, no, he's just raising his hand. Never mind.
To be fair, I don't mind the American owners. I think in a lot of instances they have been fairly successful. I think you look at Chance.
Good ball. I was so close to Osimhen. Good last minute. Good poke there, Anguissa.
Go on about the American owners.
Lukaku.
Looking at the owners of Liverpool, they've clearly been a success. They've won the league titles, they've won the Champions League. They've done the things. Stan Kroenke at Arsenal has had a rough patch. but I think Arsenal fans are sort of back on side with him now because of the patience they showed with Arteta, which is paying off dividends right now for them. So I think in that aspect, they're good. The Glazers at Man United,
awful. Yeah,
they are awful, but I do feel sometimes they're scapegoats as well because I can never get behind this mentality. Every time Manchester United win a game of football, it's brilliant, well done tonight, well done the players, well done this. Yeah. And then when they lose, it's the Glazers' fault. But how can it be? They're not picking the team, and they have clearly backed Ten Hag and all the other managers with the money they've spent, and they're not selecting the players they're bringing in. So that is down.
The biggest rebuttal to that, though, that kind of thing is like, oh, they're the ones that hire the scouting department, this, that. They're not taking action or some kind of thing.
They're putting idiots in charge.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's the problem.
And like, what did we do with Ashley? We would go on about him when we lost, or we'd talk about it. To be fair, because he hired some dickheads like the, what was the guy's name?
Steve McLaren.
McLaren, horrible. Gave Pardew a fucking huge extension. Lee Charnley was fucking awful.
Well, to be fair, and I will slightly defend him on the Pardew point. And I'll explain my reason why.
Europa League.
Pardew did actually, on a shoestring budget and bringing in second-rate players from France at the time.
Yeah.
Freiburg as well.
Did get us fifth that year. We were, a result away that was out of our hands from being in the top four in the Champions League. So it was remarkable what he'd done. And I can see why he got that, but it did start to fall apart.
The thing is, they make the right steps and then just kind of go backwards after.
Yeah, well, the thing I have sympathy is that it wasn't entirely his fault when it did fall apart, because the issue we had was Ashley made the decision that obviously we sold Dembaba to Chelsea, which was a massive blow, because as good as Cisse was, he was even better when he was playing alongside Ba. Then obviously we lost Cabaye, who to be fair, didn't want to beat the club anymore. He thought he was bigger than Newcastle. And
he wanted to go to PSG,
yeah. We've seen how that worked out for him. And obviously the likes of Ben Arfa.
That was bound to happen, because there's only so much you can do from scouting, like these hidden gems in countries. Like, you got to keep going and doing that, but also buying like established, like good players already too.
Oh, no, definitely.
Mix of both. Of both. Same thing with young and old. You just want to buy the best team, buy the best players for your team, the best fit.
And then like even Rafa, like he made some good signs, like Schär, Fernandez, Marino, I'd say too. Rondon for that period of time.
Oh, Rondon was sensational when he was for that period. He was brilliant.
So we had that, but like you still want more. Like you don't stop when. It's like us right now when people are saying like, "Oh, look where we've come from. We're overachieving." Like, no, you don't say that stuff. You keep going. That's the way it was with the signings back then. Not good, but we just won't continue improving.
Lukaku.
Yeah, I agree with that. That sort of bothers me a little bit. Nips in my craw, as they'd say in Scotland sometimes, because I do
yellow.
Oh, red?
Second red. Yep, second yellow for Paredes. That was coming. Hey, I did say at halftime, who was the happier? It'd be Matsada. You got 3 Roma players on a yellow. That's all in midfield. That's not good. Hey, Politano, what? Hold up.
Napoli who've gone down to 10, and that looked like a straight red card he'd given there to me.
Politano.
Yeah, he's given it straight red. There's a pullback.
Oh, he kicked at him.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
But that's
so stupid.
Unless I've missed it and he was already on a booking, that's just a booking for me, because that's petulant. That's not violent conduct. He's not studied him. He's just sort of clipped him.
But you know what it is, Connor, and I said this earlier.
That's a yellow card for the reaction. It doesn't even matter if he barely hits him or not.
He's a fucking idiot for doing that in the first place and giving the ref the ability to choose, do I send the player off or do I give him a yellow? He's a fucking idiot for doing that.
Yes, yeah. I just wonder, did VR not look at that? If that's a straight red, surely they would have looked.
And also, you got to think about it. Those studs, bro, you don't want getting kicked in the studs like that.
It's a silly thing to do. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It's just because I've seen others in other leagues worse than that not being given as reds. That's why it's surprising. I mean,
he gave the ref a decision to make.
yeah,
That's the biggest problem.
one of the best examples here for me was in the Chelsea Spurs game. The Spurs eventually went down to 9 men, but they should have been off before they were. Romero just similar to that, petulantly kicked out. Yeah, and you think, well, what's going on? So, listen, it's stupid. Any player who does that, you deserve the red card for stupidity more than anything else.
Exactly. That's what it is.
I can't believe he's done that because they've been on their ascendant. The only thing who looked like scoring the last 20 minutes has been Napoli. And now I think Roma might be able to nick this.
You shot yourself in the foot versus a Mourinho team. That's not usually a good away from home. That's usually not a good recipe for success. No. Kvaratskhelia. But again, Roma broken up. There's not much fluidity in the game because Roma just broken up play and fouls and stuff like that. Like this is what they do, man. It's how they can get these results, particularly in Europe in knockout stages. Here's Cayuse, though. Good pass from Zambonghisi.
I think with Napoli being down to 10, they'll come out and be a bit more expansive, though, soon, Roma. Trying to take advantage of the man advantage they've got.
Kind of scrap their way to the top, yeah.
Napoli just got to keep playing the way they have been, just keep going. Trying.
Yeah. Cayuse, Di Lorenzo, Zielinski, Cayuse.
Although, seeing a strange way, the worst thing that could possibly happen, if Napoli were to score like now, a bit too early, they'd do that thing that all teams do when they're down to 10 and they're leading. They would just end up sitting back in the shoot and defending for 20 minutes.
Oh, tried to flick it on for Osimhen. Just a bit off there. Bove. See, look how active Osimhen is. He's that's Jesus, Rui. They don't look like they're down to 10 men, to be fair.
No, they don't.
I know it's only a few minutes after, but
I just wonder, can they maybe try and wind up one of the Roma players in the midfield who are on a booking, try and get the numbers evened up?
Yeah. Zielinski's playing right wing, basically. He's drifting more off to the right where Politano would be. Zielinski decides to give it to... Oh, they're bringing on Pellegrini. That's a good sub. Lorenzo. Megs. Ooh. Bad turnover, though. Belotti. Bad ball. Very poor ball.
Did you see Jurgen Klopp getting taken out in the Arsenal-Liverpool game earlier on?
Osimhen, brilliant hold-up play. Oh, what?
No, he's given something here.
Free kick for Roma. I thought that was just good hold-up play. Maybe Osimhen smacked him in the face on accident. Elbow.
I don't know how much he actually knew about it, Osimhen, right enough, but he definitely caught him.
Ooh.
Right in the chin.
Ooh. I would not want to take an elbow from Osimhen. That's like the last thing I'd... Yeah, fuck that.
Ooh, El Shaarawy on.
El Shaarawy? On for Paredes. Okay. So El Shaarawy's going to be... And Sardar Azmoun for Belotti. So El Shaarawy's going to be the central kind of playmaker.
Where's Azmoun? He's from Iraq or like Iran, right?
Iran.
Okay.
He's an Iranian international.
Oh, he played for Leverkusen, right?
Yes, and Zenit. He didn't really do much at Leverkusen. They didn't suit the way he played, really. But they could... Azmoun hasn't really gotten started yet at Roma. But they're going for it now, Roma, with those subs. Cristante. I'm surprised he hasn't subbed off Cristante.
Cool to see Middle Eastern country.
Did you watch the final last week, Steve?
The what? Yes. Yes.
Good day for Rangers. A good week for Rangers. The Betis game was sensational as well.
I was very nervous. Oh my God. The Betis game was awesome. What a good game of football.
Just about making sure they get the job done at Motherwell tomorrow.
Yes.
It's an early kickoff, that right enough. 12 o'clock. our time, which is probably going to be.
I do a watch long for that.
Great. What time is that though in America? That must be like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
You're mad. How are you doing all these watch longs at that
I
time
love
of the day?
football, man. I love football, bro. From 7 a.m. to 5
No.
at night.
No,
I
if you
love
st-
football, but when I'm not working, I'm not up at 7 in the morning.
Connor, he's told me that he's watched games in Asia at our time because me and Steve are the same time zone.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
their games are at like 3 a.m. in the morning in
Yeah.
Asia.
if I'm up, bro, when you work night shifts, you wake up at weird times. When you're off on your off day, you wake up at weird times.
See, I've stayed up late for events in the past over here, like for the boxing or I like the wrestling, so I've stayed up for like WWE.
You watch NFL a bit too, right?
Yeah, watch NFL. Yeah, watch a bit of that. My beloved Giants have not had a great season this year, having made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Just hasn't. It all fell apart so early. That was the problem. We just couldn't buy a win. And then I think the game at the Dolphins was the game I kind of knew it was done. We just couldn't. But hopefully next season we'll come back and be better.
They have a good defense, like Thibodeau or not Thibodeau. Sorry, no, it is Thibodeau. Yeah, Thibodeau on defense.
Yeah,
you got a decent defense.
It's the offense that we need improving.
Yeah.
We could be doing a decent draft and get a couple of good ones in.
Not Barkley. Fucking. Who is it? The running back. No, it is Saquon Barkley. I was right. Barkley. I was thinking, am I thinking of Ross Barkley? He had a good game today, by the way. Fucking hell. Ross Barkley. He had a decent game.
Yeah.
But Saquon Barkley is the injuries. That sucks with him. Lukaku shot. Actually, an all right attempt there. That's a good ball to find Lukaku.
I think the other issues with the quarterback as well.
Yeah, Danny Jones.
Yeah.
Just mediocre.
Yeah, he's mediocre, I would say. Obviously, there's Tommy DeVito?
Tommy DeVito, yeah.
As well, which is he's not bad, but again, you need that. I think you just need a bit better than that to properly challenge the playoffs.
DeVito will be a good backup quarterback, definitely.
Yeah, it's just been such a long time. That's now 11 going on 12 years since we last won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's been tough, and I suppose probably the worst part of it has been that the other New York sides have seemingly just overtook. I mean, maybe not so much the Jets; they're kind of hit and miss, but the Buffalo Bills they're pretty good right now.
They'll probably sneak into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since they fired their offensive coordinator Joe Brady, they've won 3 out of 4. I think some tough teams. Yeah. You don't want to play Buffalo as a that
must be great for you guys though, because you get all the NFLs on Christmas Day. We've got it over here on Christmas Day as well, but I won't be able to see much because I'll be out.
Merritt, Rui, Roma are starting to press up a bit more. Look at this. Whoop. Sloppy there. Sloppy touch. Bellotti retrieves.
Oh, it's a chance.
Osmoon, good hold-up play. Osmoon, block, Hayust. El Sharawi shakes.
Oh!
Dawes won. Fuck off. Fucking dickheads.
I thought the chance had gone as well, but that is...
Pellegrini. Good sub.
It's a great finish on the turn. Half forward.
Instinctual. That's Mourinho, bro.
It's what they do, though, Roma. They've it's what Mourinho teams do. They've stuck out and rid out the storm. They've then ended up getting a man advantage, and at the right time, they've come out and pounced. And now, you could see a couple more goals for Roma because Napoli are going to have to try and find something for somewhere, and that's going to leave them exposed.
Good hold up
Osmoon.
Good hold up by Osmoon. Shank shot there from. Oh wow, Pellegrini does so well on that. He does so well on that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a super goal.
Yeah.
That's very hard to do.
He made
it look easy. Yeah. He made that look like a piece of piss, honestly.
It's such a good goal. And the keeper's got no chance because the 2 players in front of him, he can't see it.
Yeah.
He shoots it real quick. That's a good finish. Jesus Christ.
Mm.
My life.
Well, there's the moment of quality that the game's been lacking.
Yeah. Now
Just
it's
wonder, can
response.
Napoli have a response?
Cayused. That should have been a foul. That's a foul on Cayused. Yeah, this kid's got something about him.
Cayuse, that's such a weird name.
He's Swedish, yeah. Swedish American, actually. He could have played for the U.S.
Has he been capped for Sweden? Yeah.
Good thing he's playing for Sweden, I guess.
I think so. Let me double check that. Jens Kajust. It is Kajust, yeah. He's Swedish. Yes, he has played for Sweden. Played in Nations League.
Mm.
Yeah, he's
So
a
you guys
decent.
must be a bit excited, though. You're getting to co-host the next World Cup.
And Copa America this summer.
And the
Oh, I
Copa
can't
America.
wait.
Will you get to any of those games, you reckon, Steve?
It's like $1,000 a ticket. I don't think so.
Is it really that expensive?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they take the piss out in America, bro, with the prices. Oh, my God.
Have you ever been to a US soccer football game?
To see the national team? No.
No.
Because, again, the ticket prices, I don't fuck with the federation at all. I haven't given them a cent, bro. Those guys are stinky. Oh, handball?
Because I know I've seen the video on your page for is it the Montreal Impact game or something like that you're at?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, that's a handball. That's a clear handball. That's two hands. That's a two handball.
Outside the box, yeah.
Inside the box. See, that angle there was deceiving because it made it look like it was possibly in the box. Good position, though, for Napoli. If they're going to get a goal back, it's going to be set pieces.
Yeah. But then again, Roma have been pretty good in the air. That's one of the things that is a trademark of Mourinho, too. He needs his guys to be dominant in the air, defending set pieces. That's always been a trademark. Always. Chelsea teams, you had.
Oh,
he fucked that.
that's a corner. That's surely a corner.
Deflection.
No? I thought I took a deflection there. I want to see that again.
Osimhen has been a bit quiet. Nobody's giving him the ball.
That definitely took a deflection.
Off Celik.
Celik, yeah. Back of the head.
Interesting.
Well, that's one I got away. Well, Rui Patricio, former Wolves goalkeeper there.
Yep, Rui Patricio.
Good goalkeeper. Yes. Really good goalkeeper.
Bit mistake prone at Roma, but he does make some very good saves at times.
Yeah. There's an interesting question for you, actually, Steve. Would you, with Pope being out for 4 months, would you give Karius an opportunity at some point?
Yeah. I probably would, to be honest. I don't think Dubravka did anything.
I think he should play against Sunderland.
Yeah, absolutely. You read my mind there, right? That's what I was thinking.
Osimhen?
You may get a chance there. Because
Sunderland, man.
Nothing wrong. But neither's Karius. When Karius played in the cup final, I don't think he had a bad game.
Imagine if Joe Bellingham turns up against us.
Oh. Well, it'd be worse for me and Steve because obviously, as you know, Steve, Michael Beale is now the Sunderland manager.
I literally don't know any player on Sunderland besides Luke 09 and basically Joe Bellingham, just because of his brother.
They lost 3-0 today.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham was at the Sunderland game as well, apparently, watching his brother.
Ooh, that's nasty there on Di Lorenzo, it looked like.
Wait, Jude Bellingham was watching his brother today?
Yeah, he was in the crowd at the Stadium of Light, watching him getting hammered 3-0.
From the Bernabeu to the Stadium of Shite.
That's
great. I mean, yeah, incredible.
I do like Johnny, by the way, to answer your question. I need to see more of Johnny at Internacional in Brazil, but I do like Johnny. Good player. That's a nasty. Ooh. That is nasty on Di Lorenzo there. They play fucking real rough.
See, this is what I would say. This is where Roma, I feel, are just playing with fire a little bit, giving away these free kicks in these areas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he stepped on him. El Shaarawy.
I mean, that is a real bad challenge, that El Shaarawy. It's just totally mistimed, isn't it?
Yeah. No. Yellow card. Zelensky. He's got to find the head of Osimhen.
Oh,
It's not a
He
bad
almost
ball.
was, but Lukaku. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, Lukaku just
holy shit. Oh my God.
Oh, Lukaku just bodied him. Now he makes a mover on one. There's a mover on two. Lukaku.
There he is. Oh, he's got a dummy. He's got a dummy.
Al-Sharawi. Pellegrini. It's one of the craziest.
Look at Osimhen coming back too.
He's got to let that go through his legs and roll because he wasn't in
He was
the
in
best.
stride. Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Ante.
Oh, that's a big
Pellegrini.
That's the risk though that Napoli have to take. That they will get caught on breakaways.
Oh, 1-on-1 here.
Al-Sharawi.
shit.
Al-Sharawi. Good cross. Kayust. Good block. Or actually, Rachmani, I think, got onto that. Zambo and Gisa, good little poke. Osimhen, floater header. Saw what he was trying to do there.
Yeah, I must say, I've been a little bit underwhelmed by Osimhen in this game. I don't feel like he's really, even with him in the part, I don't feel he's really got into it. Don't get me wrong, it's not been easy because they've been tight at the back. Roma
Start of service. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's not received the ball in the positions he's really good at. Osimhen's had a lot of touches, and that's been the whole season with Osimhen. Like, he's been receiving the ball on the fucking right wing near the corner flag. Like, what good does that do? Nothing. You don't want him in that. And it's just like it happened with Garcia and with what's it called? With Mazzari. I don't get that. That's finish. Oh, Jesus. That is a very good finish. Jesus. Fuck my life. That's a good strike, Pellegrini. Jesus.
Yeah, it's just unstoppable. It really is brilliant.
Yeah. Cristante.
The hold-up play to build it.
Good save, Merritt. Very good save.
Just about keep Napoli alive.
Ooh. Wow. I don't think Lukaku did anything wrong with that finish. I think that's the right choice.
Definitely the right choice, yeah. I think the keeper's just
He dinked it
well enough. I think he's expecting the keeper to go down a bit earlier there, but he stays on his feet just long enough, the keeper.
That's a decent save, Merritt. That's a decent fucking save. Corner for Roma, though. Pellegrini. $85 minutes in. Pellegrini, the corner in. Good punch from Meret. Asmun. Kayus, good interception to play that out.
Oh.
Pass. Is there Cristante? This motherfucker's the Italian McTominay, yo. That's what
McTominay.
Seriously? Low IQ, and he thinks he can score fucking 40-yard belters.
Did he play for Man United today, McTominay? I watched that game, but I don't think he played because I don't remember seeing him.
Allegedly, he was in the starting 11 today versus West Ham. Allegedly.
No, I watched that game and I never heard his name mentioned once.
What an awful game.
He was captain last week as well.
What an awful game.
Oh, yeah.
That West Ham game this morning was putrid.
Do you know that's the thing, though, Steve, that we're kind of lucky with as well?
Oh, it's another red!
United are terrible as well. Oh, no. What are you doing? I want to see this again because I'm not 100% convinced.
Yeah, Osimhen is losing his head. Yo.
Yeah, look at the reaction. No, red. That's not a red card.
What? Wait. He tripped him up, yeah.
He tripped him?
A toe poke?
A red? Was he on a booking? Did I miss a booking? I don't think I missed a booking earlier. That's a really bad call.
Oh, a second yellow. It was, yes.
Even a second yellow, though.
He was on a yellow. He was on a yellow.
Is that the second yellow, though? Or is that a final warning type situation? Because to me, I mean, listen, he can't complain because if he's on a yellow and you make a challenge.
No, but he's losing his head. Look at this. He is losing his head, bro.
I think there wasn't a lot of contact in it. course, the wider implications from that play is they're now missing 2 players, big players, for their next game.
Yeah. Let me check out the next game. Hold up. Who do Napoli got next? Oh, they got Monza at home. They might be okay for that, but Monza are a top 10 Serie A team, so Napoli have not been good this season.
And did they not, was it not AC Milan or something they beat recently, Monza?
Nah, Napoli beat. Nah,
No,
they lost to Juve, lost to Inter, lost to Real Madrid.
I was saying Monza, did they not beat one of the
Oh,
big...
Monza.
Or maybe they got a draw. I seen they got a surprise result against one of the front runners. Might have been Juve or something, I don't know.
Nah, they lost narrowly to Juve.
That was it, yeah. Juve scraped past them.
Federico Gatti scored in the last minute.
Oh, listen, if you're Monza and you're watching this, you're thinking, good, we don't have Osman to deal with. We don't have Politano. I mean, I suppose Politano can appeal because it was a straight red, but Osman can't because it's the second booking.
Yeah. Now Roma just need to possess the ball, don't make any mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Playing 9 men.
Playing 9 men.
I think they're probably going to get another goal because there's probably going to be 5 or 6 minutes added on. Just with the time that's been taken for a couple of players being down and then the 2 red cards and the goal.
Yeah.
I just don't get why do players do that when they're on a booking. See in that area of the park, it's such a nothing. You don't need to make that tackle. Just let him go. Somebody else can cover.
Uh-oh. Al-Sharawi.
Sure. That's a wee bit over.
Yeah, Alec. This would be crazy if Napoli got something in this. That would be fucking crazy.
Amazing. Roma have won the psychological battle in this game.
Yes, that's what it is. And that's why I would not be mad if Mourinho came in, because psychologically, you can win games of football even if you're not at your best. That's
Liverpool at St James's playing 10 men. That was all about psychology. That if we just had the right mentality, we would have won that game.
Yeah.
You don't concede 2 goals. I mean, okay, the first goal we conceded is slightly unlucky because it comes off Botman the way it does. But even when you concede that goal, you're still playing 10 men. You don't lose that game. Your mentality still stays switched on in the belief that, well, we're playing 10, we can still get another goal, but make sure you don't lose.
It's been a chippy game too. I'm not surprised that there have been red cards, to be honest. I'm not surprised.
I'm only surprised that they've only came for Napoli. I could definitely have in the first half.
Yeah. Lukaku.
Oh, that's a terrific
beautiful ball. Whoa!
Keeper's done well.
Good work there, Meret. Offside is up, but they're playing on. Cayuse gets a throw in.
Did they draw the lines as well in the offsides for the Italian League, or have they got
automated? They have automated offside, like the Champions League and
which is what the Premier League should have.
But they don't. Premier League don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Everybody watches the league. The only way you can get change is if you pull your money away from it. That's what it is. Then they'll change, because then they'll be like, "Fuck, our product is being what's it called? Our bottom line is being dollars and cents." So until that happens, they have no motivation to change anything.
That's right.
Oh, he might have just glitched out. His Wi-Fi can be dodgy sometimes, or he just fucked off. I don't know.
Oh, that
Long ball out.
Oh, it's a good ball. Good.
That's a great first touch. Zeki Celik.
Do you know what? Fair play to the Napoli defenders, because they get back really quickly there.
Yeah.
4 minutes added on.
Pellegrini. Indica. Pellegrini. Gaetano trying to press up a bit. Indica. Yeah, they're just playing keep away. Pellegrini, very good ball defense. Sharawi.
Surely.
Sharawi won.
Oh, he's tried to do
That's
FIFA sweaty goal and it's failed.
free kick. Meredes really showed up past few minutes. He's
Yeah.
kept the scoreline from being uglier than it is,
Yeah, he has, yeah.
to be honest.
I think Sharawi's just got to take the shot. The other one just placed it in the corner.
Yeah.
Just try to walk it into the net. And I think, judging by Mourinho's reaction, he probably thinks the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking slapping his knees.
I mean, that is a goal worthy of winning any match.
Yeah, that's a super finish, man. They got that goal, and then they drove Napoli to be too aggressive, and they won the psychological. So if you do that, you usually win games.
100%. 100%.
And this in Europe, that'll be helpful. It'll be helpful in Roma when they'll probably make it far in the Europa League.
I think as well, by the way, in the Champions League, I think Inter Milan and Atletico is probably the standout tie for the last 16.
What a good tie. What a good tie. Yeah. Inter will be missing Lautaro, though, because he's injured for a bit.
That's a blow. That's definitely a blow for one of the players. But I think that's good.
He's played I saw a stat. Lautaro Martinez played 89 straight games for Inter, all comps. So he was eventually going to pick up a knock somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about psychological battles as well. Diego Simeone knows how to.
Yeah. That's a guy I would take at Newcastle. Because you know what he could do? He can build and then eventually win. He's a 2-1. Some managers, maybe Eddie Howe, he'll be the guy to start the building blocks, but maybe not get the trophy over the line.
Yeah. I mean, the pressure's building now, and I think what you and Lee said earlier was probably right. I think if he doesn't win at Sunderland, I think that could be that, unfortunately, because it's so much in that game with being a derby the first time in years, the first time since our takeover. We're giving it better big ball, which we should really go and hammer Sunderland. And if we don't, and we lose that game, it's hard to see how Eddie Howe bounces back.
That'll be a lot of fucking away losses this year and drop points and all this shit. It adds up. And the problem is if he doesn't beat Forest, then I'm really like, ooh, because when are you going to?
They done well today, Forest. I mean, down to 10 men for a long period in the game. Nuno's first game in charge as well, and they battled hard. So they're not going to be easy to beat, especially with a new manager at the helm. But at home, we should beat them. If it was at the City ground, I'd be seriously worried.
Yeah,
but
a loss.
A
loss away.
Although, wouldn't it just be? I'm not saying this will happen, right? But wouldn't it just be typical of Newcastle that we go and get our first away win against Liverpool?
That would be crazy. Lukaku.
I mean, they're the only team since the takeover within the top half that we haven't actually beaten. We have literally beaten everybody else.
Yeah. We haven't beat them since 2015, I don't think. I think Wijnaldum scored. Cross.
Yeah, before he then went to Liverpool, Wijnaldum. Oh, could there be a chance? Could there be a chance? Have a dig, son.
Cross. Oh. And then here, it's an empty net, basically. You've got Kayust only back in the defense. Lukaku.
You just got to get it right this time, though, and use the ball properly. Again,
Cross.
Pedestrian.
Lukaku.
Surely. Yes.
Game, set, fucking match. Hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You go down to fucking 9 men, you ain't winning no fucking game. Like, Napoli just did this to themselves, bro.
Symptomatic of the problems, though, that they're obviously suffering this year. I mean, that's
fucking woeful. I
mean, Roma should have been out of sight before now. And, in the last 5 minutes here, they had a few moments like that they didn't take. So, they got there.
Just self-inflicted? Self-fucking inflicted? It's like I don't necessarily think it's a yellow card either, the Osimhen one, but like I can understand why they gave it.
But again,
it's not like a horrible decision.
No, it's almost like the straight red. It's basically a sending off for the stupidity of making a challenge like that in such a nothing area of the park that you don't need to do that.
Lost the composure. Exactly. Lost the composure. Can't do that against a Mourinho team. Away. You just can't do that shit.
The shame of it is that until they got the first red card, they were arguably the better team. They started so well in the second half.
Crazy. Decent game. Very, very competitive game until the red cards and stuff.
Love how
not the prettiest of football games, but gritty, competitive.
I love how they just took the ball and put it back in the bag. Right, okay, done. Back in the bag for next week.
Decent game. Thanks, Connor, for joining.
Yeah, absolutely enjoyed it. Pleasure.
It was fun.
Yeah, we'll do it again sometime soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I might do a Rangers watch along tomorrow. I don't know. I'll make up my mind. But yeah, big up everybody in the chat, all the comments. Big up Lewis, Brian, David, all them guys. But yeah, it is 2-0. These fuckers, Roma. They just pull these results, man. But Napoli are just shambles. Anyways, take care, people. Have a good one. Have a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. Happy New Year. All that good stuff. Peace out, guys.